Hey everybody, Shoebox Legends here. Thanks for joining me today for a very special Mike Trout themed installment of the ongoing series of Slab and Gab here on the channel. So if you've seen any of these episodes before, the title Slab and Gab is exactly what it sounds like. We look at a slab or two or three from my graded card collection, and I'll talk about them a little bit, kind of the rationale behind me picking them up, so on and so forth. And as I said, the theme for today's episode is going to be Mr. Mike Trout. So obviously in recent years, I've transitioned kind of away from being a Red Sox collector to more of a general collector of the greats of the game. And part of that transition obviously involved getting into some Mike Trout. If you want your collection to have representation from all the game's greats across all eras, then it's kind of hard to ignore what he's done in the sport of baseball over the last 10 years or so. You just can't argue with the numbers and the MVP finishes and the accolades and so on and so forth. You know, yet to get that postseason success or World Series title, but other than that, he's been a beast. And today's episode is going to be kind of an extension on this card that I showed off in the recent past. That's a refractor out of 2018 Topps Chrome, and chose that one to get us started for a couple of reasons. Number one, I like the image and I like the set. I think 2018 Topps is a really nice flagship design. And because that year just was jam-packed with high-quality rookies, the likes of Juan Soto and Rafi Devers and Ronald Acuna, Shohei Ohtani, the list goes on and on. So I think that rookie class combined with a solid base set design made 2018 kind of a year to remember that will be looked back upon fondly in the Topps kind of legacy, so to speak. And so after picking up this refractor, decided to expand my 2018 Mike Trout slab collection a little bit. And I've been fortunate enough in the past few weeks to win two more slabs that feature that same image. Here is the first, and this is just a stunning Mike Trout card, period. If you know me and you know my approach to collecting, then you know that I love atomic and sapphire releases, which basically are atomic with a blue tint. So this is his 2018 Topps Chrome Sapphire. As I said, you know, this is atomic technology that we've known about for, you know, a decade or more, even longer than that, from Topps. Sapphire is a set that I think has a lot of future potential. It's already wildly popular, but I think the longer that line goes on as sort of a side-by-side release to Topps Chrome every year, I just think they're beautiful looking cards. This one's unique because this is the third year that Topps produced Sapphire, Chrome Sapphire. And in the first 2 years, they actually only made 250 complete sets, and they just released them as complete sets. You had to win a lottery to purchase a set, and so only 250 of each card got made. And then in many cases, those sets were broken down and sold off. So you can find singles. But 2018, the year that this one came out, this was the first year that they were pack issued instead of being complete sets. And so the print run is a little bit higher. I don't think it's known exactly how many 2018 Sapphires exist. But my best guess, and also in talking to a few hobby friends whose opinions I trust and who are very knowledgeable with this sort of thing, it's generally agreed upon that the 2018 print run for Sapphire is about twice that of the 2016 and 17 complete set releases. If that is the case, that means that there are only about 500 or maybe 400 to 500 of these 2018 Topps Chrome Sapphire Trouts in existence. So very happy to be the owner of one of those. Picked that up in the nice tux, the SGC Fine 9. And because of that, got a real steal of a price on that. I found that card and actually got even a little bit less or charged a little bit less or got more of a discount by going back and forth with the seller. In the end, paid, you know, less than a third what the next closest graded copy in any grade from any grader was going for. So very, very happy to add that one. I would love to someday complete a Trout Sapphire run. That's a very tall order, but for now, happy with the 2018 that I have there. And to go along with that one, here's the third and final card for today's installment. This is also obviously the 2018 release, but this came from the foil board the factory set parallels. So when you would buy a factory set, you would get a handful of cards in the set that were this foil board parallel. They did these for both hobby and retail factory sets. I believe this one is hobby. It's numbered out of 190, and as you can see, it just applies this really nice shine effect to the card that's sort of unlike anything else that I've seen in recent years. It's got, you know, shades of the rainbow foil parallels that we've come to know and love, that have been around since 2015, but it's even a little bit more shiny and kind of has some speckling going on in the background here. Not sure that, you know, the lighting in here or the video is really doing this card justice, but if you've seen these in hand, you know these are just fantastic looking cards. If you're a fan of shine, modern shine, and very happy to get the Mike Trout numbered out of 190, as all of these are, and it's a little tough to make out, but you can see the serial numbering here in the upper left. This is copy 29 of 190, so pretty nice one there. Trout had a monster season in 2018. I mean, he did every year for about a decade there, but in 2018 specifically, the year that these three cards were released, he led the league in walks, led the league in on-base percentage, OPS, and of OPS plus, you know, variety categories. Finished second, as it turns out, in American League MVP voting to the winner Mookie Betts of my hometown Boston Red Sox. So just another stellar year for Mike Trout, and just a really beautiful card there to add to the ever-growing Trout PC. I would never aspire to compete with the big boy Trout collectors. He's very similar to, you know, Ken Griffey Jr. or Mickey Mantle, where there are just collectors with very deep pockets who collect nothing but these players just due to their level of success. That's never going to be me. I'm just interested in way too many areas of the hobby to put all of my funds into any one player. But I love Mike Trout as much as anyone. Really happy to see him healthy and contributing on the field again and vying for you know, a fourth AL MVP award. And it's pretty nice to do so, as I have this trio of 2018 shine in the Mike Trout PC. So two of the recent pickups that I'm really proud of. Love the sapphire and love the rarity of that foil board, or scarcity of that foil board. And I think they look really nice as a trio, all lined up here with the Topps Chrome refractor that I'd shown off previously. So I appreciate you sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed these couple of editions. I know a lot of folks are Mike Trout fans and collectors, so if that's you, would love to hear your opinion on these cards in the comments, and would love to hear anything about any Trouts that you've been picking up, or what you think of the season that he's been turning in so far. And to everybody else, I appreciate you stopping by and spending a few minutes of your time here on the channel. And we'll certainly be back in the very near future with some more sports card content. Until then, take care.